Well, hello and welcome everyone to Kenny Bears Arms. Today we're taking a look at the new law that's going into effect in Minnesota, banning binary triggers. Ironically, it's in the Pride Month, and now we got binary triggers being banned in Minnesota. Fantastic. Sorry for the terrible joke. Let's get into it.
A bill to increase penalties on straw gun purchases in Minnesota
That's
and
right, we got that too.
outlaw binary triggers. Binary triggers are devices that allow a gun to fire once when pulled and again when the trigger is released.
People across the Red River Valley may remember them as
right?
the device used by the man who ambushed Fargo police last summer to make his weapon fire almost like an automatic weapon.
In fact, Officer Zach Robinson understandably thought it was an automatic weapon that day. Here's what it sounded like. Take a listen.
Central, we got a man with an AK-47. He's shooting at us. We're at.
Not long after the shooting, North Dakota Attorney General Drew Wrigley expressed his dislike for binary triggers, but stopped short of calling for them to be banned.
It's a worthless piece of equipment. It's a valueless.
Well, that's not true. I mean, they sell them. They actually have inherent value to them.
Piece of equipment. But it was lawful, and it was attached to the weapon lawfully.
I still find it interesting that they use this Fargo one as an example.
For the only purpose I, with my limited imagination, can even imagine. To create the functional equivalent of automatic fire.
See, now that part's interesting too. I mean, besides the fact that his limited imagination, I love that. But the functional equivalent, well, I can't imagine that we're gonna start seeing that lingo soon. Ugh.
The same type of device was used by the man who killed first responders in Burnsville, Minnesota earlier this year. Law
Sad day for that.
At the ceremonial bill signing event, the St. Paul Police Department showed support for Minnesota's move.
The binary triggers make our communities more dangerous. And, you know, when you can shoot more rounds off when you're pulling that trigger, you're more likely to hurt more people. So anything we can do to minimize.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, if you fire more bullets, you have the potential to hurt more people. I mean, yeah, but again, like, these are bad people. The guy in Burnsville was not supposed to have firearms in the first place, but again, that didn't stop anything. And I don't even see the binary trigger in this thing here. Where's the lower? And he's got that cheap, shitty Amazon. I don't want to say Amazon, but the cheap Chinesium red dot on here. But where's the binary trigger? Where's the lower? Like, what's going on here?
That and reduce that.
But Minnesota Republicans voted against the measure.
Good.
Monday night.
Because what they probably also that they're not going to tell you either is that this was a giant, like, omnibus bill that wasn't even, like, voted on. It just was bloated, passed through, and sent right to his desk. And, of course, you had that, like, Democrat gal who they decided to, after, like, they decided to keep her around so they could, you know, keep some of these bills moving through. And then after they got the stuff through that they wanted to get through, they're like, actually, you know what you did breaking into that person's house was really bad, and we probably shouldn't have you on this Senate floor and stuff like that. Oh my gosh.
The state Senate Republican caucus put out a statement calling it bad policy.
It is bad policy.
Many manufacturers sell firearms with binary triggers.
That they do.
It pretty standard model these days.
Yep.
And pointing out that there is no buyback or compensation.
Like, that too. Like, how many binary triggers are out there on the market? Probably a crap load, because they make them for so many different firearms. There's probably a shit ton of Minnesotans that have binary triggers. Not only that, and they gloss over it in here too, binary triggers are legal at a federal level. Like, I don't know why they gloss over it in here, but obviously that's news position, right? Or however they want to spread their news. But it's just a firearm accessory. And how many of these have been used in crimes? Like, they're probably very minimally used in crimes, honestly. There's more people out there committing crimes with, like, just regular old-fashioned firearms than they are with binary triggers. And the amount of, like, people posting on social media of their Glock switches and stuff like that that's alarming right there. But of course, you know, most of these laws are reactionary. So one guy does something bad with a perfectly legal thing, well, ruins it for everyone else. Got to punish everyone else. Don't punish the guy that actually did the bad thing. Punish the object. The object is the bad thing, right?
Program for people who already own guns with binary triggers.
Yep.
We'll have to get rid of them in Minnesota
at their own cost.
January 1st. Minnesota joins about a dozen other states who have already outlawed binary triggers. Again, they are still legal in North Dakota.
Good. Thank you, North Dakota, for being awesome. Yeah. So that kind of sums up that video. Just more reactionary stuff, more politicians not understanding just simple functionality of firearms and what and just, again, punishing an object for something that a person used. Like, so now let's make everybody in Minnesota a criminal. Not everybody, it's just what you know what I'm saying. But for owning something that one other guy that wasn't even supposed to even own a firearm, well, now he just ruined it for everybody, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, you guys, hopefully find this fascinating, you Minnesota gun-loving people. I don't know. It sucks. So I guess if you own a binary trigger, be careful with what you do with it. You have a little bit of time before you have to get rid of it, but yeah, that kind of sucks that you can't. Just, I don't know. It's a stupid thing that they just this whole thing, how all this worked out is really stupid and borderline corrupt, if not corrupt. So there it is, you guys. Take it easy, be well. I'll catch you in the next Kenny Bears Arms video. Damn it.